So, you two have been coming to classes with your mom for a few weeks now. What has changed in your family?
My mom doesn't hit us anymore.
Oh, no hitting. That must feel good.
But sometimes we still hit each other.
Well, that's something we might have to work on.
I'll admit I made a lot of mistakes. Plenty of them. I was using every day back then, even when I was pregnant. So they took my baby at the hospital. I was in a bad place. When they took Isaiah, I was devastated, both mentally and emotionally. But I knew that something had to change. I got help from a lot of different agencies. It was hard working with so many people in so many places. I guess some people have decided that everyone who gets a 2-for-1 kids case is beyond redemption. But it wasn't like that at Family Nurturing Center. I had a totally different experience there. Everyone was kind and helpful to me. They did not judge me. They offered encouragement. Today, I have finished my drug treatment. I'm clean. I visit with my son without anyone watching now, and soon he'll come back to live with me. I'm glad I moved on, but I'll miss FNC and the people there. They put the nurturing in Family Nurturing Center.
I can't believe the difference in Caleb. He speaks again, only at home and only to select people, but he speaks. Whatever happened to Caleb in his past will never go away, no matter how much he or I may want it to. I knew that. I've always known that. I just wanted to make sure that his past becomes a strength, not a weakness. And FNC made that possible. Working with Jay at FNC was life-changing. He was his champion. He was the validation that what happened to Caleb was wrong and something that should not have happened. More importantly, he provided the voice that Caleb didn't know how to access. Sometimes knowing someone has your back 100% makes all the difference in a person's life. That is just one of the differences FNC made in Caleb's life, and which is why thank you will really never be enough for the changes that they made in Caleb's life and our families.
When Caleb first came to Family Nurturing Center, he was 12 years old. He had been diagnosed with autism, and although he had spoken from a very early age, he hadn't uttered a word in years. But Mom was convinced that he needed us and that we could help, so we took the case. His story is that his dad basically molested his sister, and although Mom was convinced that that impacted Caleb, she wasn't sure how because he never spoke. So we took the case, and I worked with Caleb for, I guess, about 1.5 years. Keep in mind that traditional talk therapy is difficult when a client doesn't talk, and Caleb was virtually nonverbal. So we worked together for about 1.5 years, and he, I did therapeutic activities. We wrote messages back and forth. He found a way to communicate with me, and I think the consistency of our meetings was very helpful for him. as he wrote more and more, he became more comfortable and was able to share his story with me, that when his dad was abusing his sister, he was outside of the door, pounding on the door, screaming, and during this time, Dad came out and basically picked him up and took him outside. It was winter. I remember him explaining that he was just in his pajamas. So after beating on the door for a while and realizing Dad wasn't coming, he broke into the neighbor's garage and huddled there just to stay warm. And he never told a soul about this. So the term for this is called selective mutism, and but I really think it was his dad that stole his voice that day.